Hey, welcome back. This is your favorite fifth generation lord and #1 recommended pineapple vigilante, Vucious Apollo Creed, and we're about to storm the tower. Yep, that's right, kiddies. We're about to go into Wily's newest fortress. As we start once again from the beginning. And how do we begin? One word: rocket boarding. Oh, joy. Insane happiness aside, this is probably the most difficult section. If you thought Frostman's rocket boarding system was tough, this area is ruthless. Not because of the dangerous jumping and platform that you'll be doing, but because of the fact that this little section is much faster than Frostman, especially when you get to that third slope right now. And this is where we shine. And yeah, buddy, cruising along the straightaway. Yeah. And there we go. Gotta hit them jumps. You gotta be fast. You gotta time it just right. Otherwise, you end up just like Invincible. Yep, and that's that. Gonna walk it off a bit so we can prepare ourselves for the second half. And what we're gonna do for the second half? More Tarzan swinging with the Thunderclaw. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to hit the pegs and jump over pitfalls. And for certain sections, we're gonna have to hit some recommended pegs. You see the orange ones? Those are the ones that you're gonna probably want to hit for ensured safety. But anyway, that's that. Now for probably an extremely annoying boss. These sets of hanging machines, highlighted with one particular hanging robot. With this hanging robot, you gotta use the Mega Ball to ricochet all over the ceilings and on the walls to get it to wherever the hanging robot is. In the way are pods that either shoot missiles or bouncing impact balls at you. And for the little box with the yellow X, that particular container, weapon refills. Because if you wind up screwing up a little bit, like I end up doing, this boss. But right there, you get energy refill. Anyway, to hit the hanging robot, I'm gonna try to explain it the best I can because this can get really irritating. When he's on the far left or the far right, go to the furthest opposite section that you can and hit him just like that. However, if he's in the middle tube, in a way, you're gonna try to bounce it off from the middle, like I'm trying to do now. Try to hit the center of the columns. That way, you'll be able to hit them on the opposite side of your face. Otherwise, you wind up missing like I keep on doing. And this guy winds up making me miss 4 times because he got in the same freaking section. It's like the AI knew I was off my game just a little bit. This would be much easier than it normally is. But whoo! Almost bit it right there. What you just saw was a fake hanging robot. If you hit it, it will drop down and shoot energy waves down on the ground for good damage. And mistakes aside, that's pretty much the first stage of Dr. Wily's tower in a nutshell. So, onward to the next section. And what do we have to deal with now? We're gonna be dealing with jets. But not right now. Not right now. We will be dealing with jets in a little bit. But just a little bit of platforming. Nothing too special. Definitely a breather level compared to the first one. But just a little vertical climbing and a little bit of enemy killing with some minor platforming. And we'll eventually get to the second half. But we gotta deal with these little nuisances. Yeah, tad bit on the boring side, isn't it? Not kind of what you expect for a Wily Stage early on. But then again, now we get to the second half, which we got our jet. It's another rush jet section with pretty much all the bases we had from Tinkerman Stage, but with just a tiny little twist. We're not gonna actually have too much freedom of movement. Why is that? Because we're about to use the rush jet inside the building. But unlike the little airship that was in Tinkerman Stage, this area has things that will most definitely obstruct movement and probably make rush jet piloting much more complicated, especially since we got to deal with walls. Of course, as you would probably suspect, if you're dumb enough to be too slow or have slower reflexes, you will get crushed by the wall. And it is imperative in this particular section, where you got bats that try to hit you and slow you down just enough so you don't weave around the little not platforming sections, but the little open areas. That's the highest probability of getting crushed. Speaking of crushing things, gotta equip the Astro Crush, cause the next boss apparently is weak to it. So what's this boss that you might be wondering as this background continues to grow ever so fast? A rocket jet of his own! This rocket jet here is actually easy. You see the little tail wings that spewed out missiles? It's this safe section. However, if you hit those with the Astro Crush, you will not cause any damage. But you will be able to disable its extension and you won't be able to fire missiles. However, the big wing, you gotta hit it in order to cause damage. But either way, the big wing shoots missiles and shoots lasers, while the jet itself will spew out lots and lots of aerial mines that can be destroyed. See, as I mentioned earlier, hit the back wings, then it won't cause any damage. But like I said, for the aerial mines, they can be destroyed instantly with the Astro Crush. So that aside, we're finished. Now we're about to head to the third area of Dr. Wily's little tower. Yes, let us indeed do it. Because now we're about to have a friendly little reunion. Well, two reunions, kinda, sorta. Well, before we get a move on, I'm gonna need a buster change. Because I need it for the upcoming boss. Well, the end boss. Now, about the arrow shot. The arrow shot is a buster where once on impact, it will split into 4 smaller, yet decently powerful energy balls. They're very good against shooting enemies, but if you need a good piercing weapon, it's still not recommended. And that's the water balloon, by the way. Special, isn't it? Anyway, continuing on. This section, a lot of not bomb jumping. I can call it bomb jumping because that's what you're jumping off of. Well, anywho, we're pretty much ending into the first half of this little area where we see a mid-boss door. I wonder who's on the other side. Why, hello there, base. What's happening? He's not polite to points. He got the evil energy. He got rabies. And I'm not talking about troubles. And he powers up to a nice pimpin' power suit. And I don't have mine, but who cares? He's very, well, if you know his pattern, he can be very easy to dodge. He'll shoot 2 large energy balls at you, where it rains down smaller ones. He'll shoot 2 energy blasts that can be easily jumped over. And he also goes to the sky and will shoot a laser from above, scrolling to whichever side. Yeah, that. Yeah, what? Keep on saying what? Come on, almost there. Son of a... Yeah. Your power suit is a cheap son of a... Okay, that was lame. But yeah, Bases now is weak to no weapons. You gotta use the Buster against him. Anywho, just a little trivia of how I normally play against Base. Since he's usually easy to me, I usually tease him. I usually don't attack him until he hits me 3 times to see how long I can last without him hitting me. Mostly for 3 times, you know, give him a nice little handicap before I beat his ass. But anyway, interesting platforming aside, which is mostly the other half of the stage, now we get our next little reunion. Oh, looky here. It's Jelly. It has 1 eye. And it's about to make a body. Oh, we got another devil type. The green devil or the jelly devil, whichever you prefer. Use the arrow buster to pierce through the jelly shielding. Hit it with the thunderclaw. If you're good and you're fortunate, you should be able to beat him in 2 passes. Unfortunately, at this current point in time, it screwed me over because I know that shot should have hit, and he winds up getting through. Well, he's about to die anyway. I'll probably mention his attacks in the description since he's about to die and there's a few attacks. But he's almost dead and we're almost out of time, so we just ended here. Alrighty. Next time, we're gonna deal with the final area. So see you next time. We out!